Welcome back to the Brohawk vlog. It's been a while. How you been? Well, this Brohawk vlog is all about cosplay. I'm trying to actually shift the Brohawk vlog to primarily cosplay instead of time lapses and touring around and being all very like Casey Affleck like. I put my heart and soul in a lot of those videos, and some were easy, but when I did the PAX video, it infuriates me that I got some great footage, great jokes, and it took forever to edit, and it's got less than 50 views. But me sitting in front of a camera talking about Flash or talking about cosplay melee, more than 1,000. YouTube logic. Anyway, I'm in the garage right now. This is the second workshop. The other one is the studio where I do all the work on YouTube in front of you playing the video games. But this, as you guys know, or if you've seen the other videos, is the primary place for the superhero. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So, this is where I do the super gluing. And this is where I do the heavy duty, do not do this in a house because you're going to piss off people because it smells horrible. It's very toxic. You got to use something like this. If you guys have checked out my Instagram, DIRTYLOCKZ, you have seen the progressive pictures of a lot of stuff that I've done. Here, want to wear the mask. So, for the remainder of the summer, depending on exactly how difficult, how time-consuming my internship, whatever that may be, you know, whatever time it may take, I will devote that to playing a little bit of games, but primarily working on cosplay. So, Brohawk vlog is now a cosplay vlog. And it's going to be following the production and modifications of previous cosplay work. We have new stuff right here. I'm just going to talk about this briefly, and I'm going to show you exactly what modifications I did to the Arkham Knight. So, let me see if I can show this further away. Right there. This side isn't done yet, but this side is working pretty good. As you can see, hopefully, let's focus on that, sort of. You guys can see that. This may look pretty interesting because I was able to create it with PVC piping. And if you guys don't know, this is going to be the project for the Aquaman Trident. And I've been following a lot of stuff that Punished Props does in regards to using PVC, using my Dremel with the little saw bits, so I'm able to not use a hand saw and go back and forth just easily. So being able to methodically put this together. And I know that Aquaman's Trident is curved and you want to have more details. So I've tried to make guides. Like this is kind of like the main skeleton, and these are kind of like the muscles or details that I want to follow. And the actual skin, or the actual skin layer, I guess, which will be airbrushed and will be spray painted gold and then airbrushed certain details, is Warbler. I'm finally venturing into Warbler. So Warbler is going to cover the majority of the top area, and then this will be foam itself for a good handle. I also have a little bit of a small diameter, probably a little bit smaller than the PVC pipe to be able to put in. Let's see. There we go. About here. And this is in here because, you know, I want to be able to, look at this. It's not really moving that much and crazy, but before the actual little piece of wood, it would go like, it's not a really good representation, but it was pretty flimsy. It was pretty much like a Chinese sword that you've seen in Kung Fu films like the 5 Deadly Venoms. Speaking about 5 Deadly Venoms, please go check out the Into the Badlands the recap shows from Season 1 and the commentary reaction shows from Season 2 that's going on right now. Episode 9 is this Sunday. Come join me live, 10 p.m. I'll watch it with you. I'll talk about cosplay and everything. But anyway, yeah, it was a little too flimsy. And if he was to hold it, he could just go, but I want to be able to have it sturdy. So he's like granted, it moves, but he can still swing it around. The mission, I believe, of any good cosplay prop is to, it shouldn't be harmful. You shouldn't be able to hurt somebody with it. You can bob somebody with it, but it has to be like, you know, it shouldn't be dangerous. It shouldn't be hard. It should be metal. You want to be able to recreate foam to make it look metal. And the closer you get to metal, the higher praise you get from the other people who can't do it. And then you can teach them how. Punish Props does a really good job on it. I keep, you know, he's great. And I've learned some great details in regards to using glue guns. I would have to say shout out to Larger Conical, who does Nerf mods. And he didn't teach me, but I saw a little trick that he does when hot gluing. Hot glue, lick, and then rub. And it's not going to look so mountainy, so like hard. So when you're doing that, you're layering it so it's nice and smooth. So I'm trying to do that with any kind of... Oh yeah, by the way, the thing behind me is the costume that I have modified so far since school ended. So who knows exactly how much time I'll have this summer. But I guarantee you that I will finish that Aquaman Trident because that's actually my first commission. It's going to be that and shoulder pad. But the main effort is to make that look as nice as possible. We got until August, so I think we can do it. Alright, let's jump to the modifications, shall we? Alright, here's the alterations of the Arkham Knight costume. And they haven't been painted yet, but the cool thing is I was able to cut off these shoulder pads. There we go. I was able to cut off these shoulder pads and replace them with a small area, because I wanted to make the full shoulder pads, but I also know that these are far too big for me. So I was able to take stencil and just make half of it. I don't know if you guys can see this, like this part and this part, I was able to just take the stencil from. So just imagine a half one. And that still fits a regularly sized shoulder and still gives you enough room to move. So that's what I did. I was able to take half of that piece, so the curved piece and the outward piece. The second part of the costume that I altered was the shoulder pieces underneath the shoulder pads. It's consistent of a 2mm piece of foam with a fabric t-shirt material over it to maintain its elasticity. So, yeah, it was a full arch on the entire shoulder, so that also contributed to a less move. I also cut off these pieces that were arching also to prevent me from actually moving forward. So if I was right here, I wasn't able to move forward at all. So cutting off these pieces allowed me to move my hands out like that, like so. So I cut out the pieces so only the center piece was about this wide. I don't know, right here. Here, let me, so you can see it right there. No bigger, no wider than this. So just imagine right here. So once I cut it out, it allows the shoulder pads to flap. A lot of flexibility. So not only can I do this, but I can also lift up. And that was a pain in the ass while going to conventions, especially New York Comic Con, because the mobility, I actually had to go, excuse me, I couldn't walk through. It almost looked like a football style. I didn't want to have that. I wanted to actually have the costume effect. This is a pretty good superhero. I am the Arkham Knight. Interesting. The last piece of the costume that I was able to modify was the piece underneath the torso area. This area specifically. I don't know if you can see this possibly right at the bottom of the corner. This is a battle scar, a blaring reminder of how I rushed to finish this costume. This originally was meant to secure the costume itself, but again, too low and it pulled off. And it should have secured this, so when pulling this down, the tension just ripped it off. So let me show you exactly what I did to modify it. I raised it up because there was still a Velcro piece behind here. So I was able to, right there, okay, right here, and right here. As you can see, there's rings. So I was able to grab a piece of Velcro and strap it in through, and then grab a support. I should probably actually glue this on, but I don't want to actually alter and put super glue on a soft material. So, having this, and then raising it up, and then putting a piece of foam with the twine stuck in there with super glue attached. This allows me to take this, and then press it down, and then wrap the supports around it. I don't really particularly need these supports, but it's also good to have. And behind here is where the straps belong. They're actually put together right there and right there. Actually, no, there they are. Top and right there. I should probably find a way of covering that or super gluing it or add another texture piece. I wanted to cut down on the fin tail. There. There was a huge fin tail that brought back down. That was also another, okay, I lied. This is the last alteration. There was a big problem with mobility because taking off the huge fin was a huge improvement to being able to move around and be comfortable. Of course, also sitting down was a massive problem. So being able to have here just has a short little fan tail that gets down right here on the back. I didn't want to be able to have to sit down and sit down on the fan. So pulling this off, taking the original, cutting it down, taking off these certain pieces because I took off, this is just the bottom piece. So I was able to do that, and then I'll probably just add pieces around it itself. So that's very good job. So this is the Arkham Knight 2.0. And let me show you exactly what it looks like as I model it in front of you. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm John Riley, also known as Taka. DigTaka on Twitter, D1Taka on Instagram, and DigTaka on Steam. If you want to play that Battlegrounds game, or whatever, Rocket League, I'm all down with that. Me and Junshi will kick your butt. Yes, rate, comment, subscribe, and make sure to check out the live streams. Make sure to hit that notification if you want to see a live Taka, or you just want to enjoy all these cosplay videos. And shout outs to Jackie Craft and Josh and all the people from Cosplay Melee. And shout out to Phil, the issues guy. I got issues, man. Shout out to Joe DIRTYLOCKZ, DIRTYLOCKZ, Uncharted fanatic. Go there. What? For the majority, if you hear a quiet person playing Uncharted 4 on live, it's probably Joe. If you see Rocket League, it's probably me. And from everyone here at Dirty Issues, I want to say thank you very much for watching. And for God's sakes, take care of yourself, young man, or woman, or whoever.